what steps are you taking now for your career development, and is there anything that's particularly working for you, whether it's a process or strategy that you're putting in place, right? Because whether you know it or not, the people we know that's part of the alliances that work with you speak very highly of you, and I've got some huge hopes for you, right, in terms of how big this could be for you as an individual in terms of industry impact. Is there what are you doing to, I suppose, help yourself standing out amongst the crowd, right? Because it's quite a few working in this industry.
Yeah, it's a really great question. So with career development, something that I take quite seriously in terms of, I think in cybersecurity, it's such an evolving and dynamic nature. So I feel as if I'm not keeping up with day-to-day things that are occurring, I'm almost getting left behind. And I always have that looming thought in my head. So what I tend to do most of the time, I always start with podcasts. So usually 2 or 3 times a week, I'll listen to certain podcasts. So I've got like some fun ones in there, like Darknet Diaries, but I also listen to like the Hacker Mind. And recently I started listening to one called like the Cyber Queens podcast, because it's just also really cool to like listen to different perspectives on things. And they're American, I think, as well. And they've got some really interesting things about NIST in there that they talked about, but also how they came in from having like no experience and working in a different field, and then applying that with all the soft skills that they had, to actually coming into an organization and making a change, and then eventually getting into that C-level position. So I found that really interesting, and loads of little different gems that they give, I think, helps me as well. And then if I go into more about the learning path, I do a lot of Try Hack Me. I started that this year. So that's been really fun, just doing like loads of different practical labs. It's been very enjoyable. And then certifications is a big one as well. So I recently did a certification through CompTIA, and previously I'd already done my Security Plus. So just, I think stacking those up and evolving always helps as well, because there's a lot of information in those certifications, but I really do think they're helpful because I was able to apply them straight away in my job. But yeah, I would say those are the main 3 big things I do. So podcasts, certifications, and then also like the Try Hack Me type stuff.
Nice. That's a good variety and a good mix there. And I think, I mean, for those that have developed careers in the industry, right, at a little bit more than 3 years in, there's a conversation and a debate around certifications about whether they prove competency, give competency, and it's a different conversation. But it's good to hear that what you've been able to do from achieving those certifications, and congratulations. I know it's not just given to you, right? It's not easy. It's good to see that you're actually being able to apply them into the role, which is fab.